Welcome back to Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit. Let me just double check. Okay, nobody's particularly close to a level. Mycroft is far behind enough that I'm going to go ahead and give her a Wisdom Crystal. Let's see, Terra Wand, Discipline Blade. Like I said, I kind of find it funny that it's, you get 5 points towards your disciplines. Hope you're using swords. The damage is so bad, though. Like, I was genuinely considering, okay, is that actually better than the Seeking Rapier, maybe? But no. Definitely not better than the Singing Rapier. However, that might actually be worth replacing the Heavy Iron Cleaver with, because I don't really need strength. Alright, let's see. That brings you up to Focus Spirit and Mighty Blow. Anyway. First thing I actually want to go ahead and do is, before we head toward the Slith Forts, let's head back to the places that I can turn in items for money and XP. Just, clear out my inventory a tiny bit. First of all, we're going to go to Mellow to turn in these bags of meal. It's going to be all the way up here. It was only 2 bags, but still. Then I also have these magical notes, which I can take to the castle, and some wine, which I can take to Fort Draco. Which is right up here. So, why not? In the spirit of minor amounts of cleanup. Excuse you. Wine goes up here. Bill will take the wine. I had 2 bottles of it. Neat. Now we just head on back to Formello. Formello just sounds like a Homestar Runner thing. Like something Homestar would say. You just need to go to Formello. No, I did the... what's it? I got the thing from Motrax. The ivory pendant or whatever it was. Double check, nothing on the job board. Where was the... oh, it's over here. Castle. Let's see. And for the records, it was... who? Works of Majory. Beth. It's kind of down here. Where was Beth? Oh, over here. Found some scrolls with magical notes. 40 coins a pop. And it looked like there was a particular place on the map that would have a lot of them or something. Just because it had a marker. But we're not going to worry about that for now. Alright, back to Kotra. And off to the Slith Fort. This was just a crystal, right? Oh no, that might have been like the early game bunch of burning fungus things. Alright. We're gonna do some over water exploration first, I guess. Just because I never really... In the distance you can see a pack of red lizards hunting the corridors. It's easy to tell they're there from a distance. The reek of sulfur that wafts off of them provides a clear signal. Go finish that one off. Oh, right, we have the bow that does a little less damage, but inflicts acid, too. Blizzards have been destroyed. Nearby Avernite settlements are now much safer. Wait, there's like a tunnel here. There's something strange about the cave wall to the north, something that doesn't look quite right. You inspect it more closely, but you don't find anything of interest. If only you knew more of the lore of the caves. That's the first time I've been told, hey, increase your cave lore for an obvious... like, given the same exact visual cue. Secret door. Or false wall, or whatever you want to call it. Nothing to say about that building, I guess. Find a small hut with edible mushrooms growing around it. A thin trail of smoke rises from the chimney. Most likely a hermit lives here. Many people are sent to Avernum for being hostile and antisocial, and they continue to avoid the company of others once they arrive in the underworld. Knock on the door. There's a lone man living here, made tough and taciturn by the hardship of living out here. His skin is heavily wrinkled and pure pale white. He gives you mushroom soup and lichen tea, and asks of going on outside of the honeycomb. Oh, we're in the honeycomb right now. He seems unsurprised by your tales of violence and carnage. Eventually you get up to leave. As you do, he offers to sell you a brooch he found in the tunnels, only 300 gold. Sure. Blade shield chain. You pay the hermit and find it's not so much a brooch as a necklace. It's made of tarnished copper. It's not impressive. Disappointed, you leave. What do you mean it's not impressive? It has a name. 3% riposte chance. Yeah. Song tunnel slopes sharply upward toward the west. It looks like it continues for quite a long way. Some of the passage is natural, but sections of it look like they've been laboriously cleared out by hand. That's scary. I'm gonna back off. The floor of this cave is covered with slime trails, thick and common enough that your footing is extremely treacherous. In the rear of the cave, you see a clump of slimes writhing and wiggling together in an unsettling fashion. The mindless creatures can't sense you, but such clusters can be extremely dangerous once they start to spread. Oh. Searing and cave. I'm gonna do fiery wand twice to get rid of the cave ones. Oh, wait. The searing slimes aren't immune to fire? Huh. Going after the draining slime first. Because of that. I need another, fiery rod. But for now, ensnaring wand. They're immune to cold. Or acid. Yeah, it's acid. Of course they're immune to it. Just trash, bones, and a skull. Slimes have been eradicated. You pick through the bones and trash the slimes have picked up on their random journeys. There are several coins and a piece of polished bone, which would be a wand. An ensnaring wand, in fact. As we walk, we'll regen. See, there's a spring. Thoughts are clearer. No buff to that. Well, now we've explored the honeycomb other than, you know, the dragon lair. I mean, we're level 14. Let's just see what's what. Tunnel you've been following for miles sloped up sharply, leaving you to hope that you might have found your way to the surface at last. Just as your spirits start to rise, your escape is blocked by a cave-in. Your progress is stopped by countless tons of rock shaken loose by awesome magical force. One wizard melted the crown symbol of the Empire onto the stone floor, clearly identifying who sealed off this exit. Another possible escape route sealed. Okay, I guess that that map transition is where that dragon is. Well, we cleared some fixed encounters, at least. Wait. This is not... Find deep furrows in the tunnel floor here. A very large creature with claws has walked along here numerous times. You can also find You large dried out lizard scales, each as large as a shield. Lair of Atheron. It's marked on the map. That's good enough for me. Let's not see what's up yet. Metal urn. Shovel adept. Found a hidden energy potion. That metal, I happen to know, is for... Oh wait, no, this was that encounter. Oh, this is just burning fungi. Yeah, I can handle this now. Is for finding hidden items. I wanted to move to the tile above that one, so I could blade sweep. I'm starting to understand why in some games people leave, like, turn confirmations active. Once the fungi have been destroyed, your knowledge of the cave lore comes in handy. You know that these sorts of fungi sometimes swallow things whole. Cutting the bodies open reveals several of the goblin skeletons. You collect quite a few coins from their remains. 300. That's actually a solid amount of money, even now. Okay. Head down here. Vapor rats and hostile gremlins. I wonder if you skip these encounters by having Almarian wine on you. Blade sweep. I have not seen the acid proc once. Kill you. Back off and finish you. Oop, finish you. Stop cleaving. You missed 295s. I'm beginning to think you're fighting for the other team here a bit. Fairly well. There's a pit here. What the heck? At the edge of this chasm is an old abandoned tower teetering on the edge of ruin. Enter and search the building. Not sure why this small tower was originally built. Whoever occupied it recently abandoned it, leaving a mighty mess behind. A cursory search through the heaps of trash reveals nothing of value at first. Then you have a stroke of luck. You find a rusty pair of greaves under a pile of rotting vegetation. They seem to be the only items of use here. Warriors' greaves. 20% faster fatigue recovery. Yeah, I'll take those over acid resist. Grimclick Chasm. Alright. That's all cleared. I'm gonna stay... I'm not gonna go west of Dark Lake here, because that's a good way to die, I think. Instead, let's come in here. The Island Fort, our main objective. We read through this before. You can pause if you want to read it again. It's a Slith dungeon. Oh, you. I was like, what? Who am I seeing? Luckily, this is going to be mostly populated by the lower tier Slith enemies. The bracers are not worth money, surprisingly. I'm gonna go this way. Yes, sort of. I'm being chased. Alright, let's deal with this patroller. Oh, it's a shaman. Oh, that's a big room of enemies. I need to drop a daze on. Oh, they're ensnared, which is... I thought ensnared meant they could only move one. Alright, shaman down. That's, like, the biggest threat of them. Blade sweep. How did you start with 10 AP? Oh. And here was me thinking I was actually fairly well equipped. That was a melee, not a ranged attack. Well, this encounter's done at least. Plain old Slith Spears are worth some money. No containers up here, which is kind of surprising. Ale. Not wine, sadly. Just, why did you go that way? In what world does that make sense as a route? Alright, just re-enter Kotra, then leave. I wanted to go this way first for some reason. I think I just slightly preferred it. That's a standard Slith Warrior. I feel like I'm rolling really low on damage. Heal. Other armor and fine cloak are worth money. Oh, storeroom. Blood crystals. Chainmail vest, iron breastplate. Bolts of cloth. Healing potion, energy potion. Pretty solid. This is just basic slits all around. Ooh, landed the acid. For a single turn. Armor and spear, or sell it. Why did that pop up? Minor trell. Trell? Sellable vendor trash. Okay. Then there's this to the east. Wait, there are actually multiple entrances on this one? That's weird. Don't like Slith Warriors being the respawning mooks. That seems a lot tougher than anything else that respawns. Oh, there's a boat there. I did not notice that has a boat. Shaman Kelvos, that is one of the bounty targets. I'm really glad he decided to heal the Hellhound and not something that's actually threatening. A lava bat, really? Raider Shade is a little scarier, but not by much. Bronze Bracers, Incense, Iron Javelin, Tribal Symbol. +1 to mage spells, +1 to lock. It's very interesting. You have a level up. Strength. Pull weapons. Yeah, pull weapons and... Riposte. Dexterity. Bow. Sharpshooter. Should have taken a Cave Lore, but I'll take a Cave Lore on someone else. Money. And nothing really sellable. Stonecarver Tress. Oh, there's an upstairs. I mean, it's a 4. Of course there's an upstairs. It's just not a lot of upstairs on dungeons in this game. Slith Warrior down. Plain leather armors. Terror Wand, though. Just make sure I've gotten it all mapped out here. Go ahead and just curing yourself to preempt anything there. Strength. And Blade Master quick action. Nope, not quick action. Cave Floor. Blood Crystals. Then, before I head up, let's... Hello? Can I help you? Why are there more of you suddenly? Okay. Now let's check this little area over here. Never mind, that's a button area. The boat in here is superfluous. I mean, wait, not entirely? There we go. Someone's hidden a small iron box here. Inside you find a large piece of broken quartz crystal. Okay, so I think I just need one more of those? Yeah. I don't know what dungeon that would be in. I don't think it would be in the demon altar area. Money, energy, elixir, invulnerability potion, and love crystal. To ascend to the upper level of the Slith Keep, like most of the fortress, it is still under construction. It is eerily quiet and unguarded. The only sound is the bubbling and hissing of the slime pools. Yet for some reason there are large stone basins of green slime lining the corridor. They hiss and pop as you walk by. Slith breeding experiment? New exotic source of food? Can't be sure. Ooh, why? Golden goblet with money, steel ward scroll. Let's see. There's a small iron strongbox, contains a thick sheaf of thinned leather sheets covered with writing. Some are maps, some are lists of something or other, and some just have writing. It's all Slith writing, though, so you can't understand it. Right, Slith plans were for Slith Zerakai Arcana? No, that's in the town. Oh, scout the Sliths. That is technically all the quests here done, but, I mean... Before you stands the master of this fortress, a massive, frighteningly muscled Slith Zerakai warrior. He points his two-tined spear at you and roars, "I am Tasik Shai, loyal warrior of Sis-This. Mighty warlord king gives me this fort, and I guard it with my life. Come, human, you butchered weakling servants. Now see how a true warrior of the Slith Zerakai fights." Free buff. On that, let's see, we have Scribe of Tasik, Consort of Tasik, and Tasik. Oh, several consorts. Oh, Lord, he can riposte. Move up here. And War Blessing. Move up here and fire on that consort. Healing Potion, Blade Sweep. Finish that consort off, even though that's a full turn. Tassoc Shy lets out a fierce bellow and slams the butt of his spear into the ground. Behind you, you hear stone shatter. The vinegary smell of slime grows much stronger. Scribe is almost down. Leg sweep for the weakness curse. Back off, call the storm. Finish that one off. And then we can pretty much focus on beating the boss. Geez, that's a lot of them. I'm gonna pass a... No, I'm gonna use a group heal. There's no real AoE I can pass that's gonna be useful in this scenario. Double checking. You don't have anything? Terror... There's one right there. I'm just gonna focus on trying to finish the main guy off. Oh, you can crystalline wand at least. Wow, that missed a lot more than I was thinking it would. More protection back up. Okay. Tassoc Shy falls to the ground, mortally wounded. He gasps, "Since this I have failed you. Avenge! Avenge me!" Then the commander of this keep dies. You have done a great service for the Vernites in this area. Fort Dranlin and Kocher will face far fewer raids now. if there's a survivable way out of this encounter now. Wait. Deus Ex Machina! You know what? Go ahead and use this damn Power Lash scroll. Yeah, getting me out of a, major situation is the best way to use those sorts of things. Heal yourself. Hit you. Why are there so many more? Okay. Curing. It was messy, but it's a victory. Platinum rings are sellable. Duelist gloves, 4% chance to riposte. Slith spear, healing elixir. Quick action on you? Yeah. It's also an acid shower scroll, platinum ring, Almarian wine. A fine slith spear. Honestly, the fine slith spear can go into the junk bag. You drink the water in the basin, you feel strange and gain new insight. You've earned some experience. Speaking of, use your wisdom crystal. Int. Arcane lore, cave lore. Anything else in here? No containers or anything. Alright. So that is the fort completed. Just go home. Why are you still here? Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. Hey, whoa, hang on. Sellable leather armor. Right. So I believe the fort is where the bounties for the Slith were. Okay. Scout the Sliths. Commander Rosie at Dranlin. Dranlin's Vengeance, Commander Rosie. Yes. Both of those are the commander. Look, I found some slith plants. Here they are. The commander eagerly grabs the plants. Excellent. You've done a great service for us here. It almost makes me wish I could reward you properly. All I can do is give you this. She takes a delicate silver ring out of her pocket. We found this on a slith raider. It might be worth something. I want you to have it. I wish we could give you more. She turns to the plans and starts to study them. Mage stone ring. And bounty for killing sliths. Oh no, that was the settlement. Arcana is also settled. There were two... Weren't there two things at the Slith Menace? Mayor of Kotra. Okay. Let me just double check the terms of that one. Killing the commander. Do you have anything that I have some more money? I'll take the Acid Shower Scroll, actually. It's a very nice spell. And this gets us our in with the mayor. Mayor Steele is appropriately impressed by your victory against the Slithserikai. Well done. We lack the forces to carry out such an force. You're rewarded with a pouch of coins and a fine breastplate. So we have the Fibrous Breastplate, which is a running item in the game. In the Spiderweb catalog, I guess, like the Mica Band. Mage Stone Band, 4% magical damage. Fibrous Breastplate, 5% evasion, minus 15% hit, 20% armor, 12% energy resist, 6% hostile effect resist. I think that's worth the trade-offs. And you're using 4% chance to evade attacks. You get to specialize further in doing magic damage. Congratulations! A gray-haired man is hunched over his desk, muttering to himself. He wears impeccably clean wool clothes, probably recently arrived from the surface. A sash hangs from his neck, and he wears a golden amulet around his neck. When you approach, he gives you a cold, calculating gaze. After evaluating how useful you might be to him, he says, I heard rumors. Wandering adventurers, a new warrior passing through our gates. I'm Mayor Steele, leader of Kotra. I may have work for you. You're the mayor of Kotra? Obviously, I lead one of the 6 large cities of Avernum, and the city closest to both wars against the Kitties and the Sliths, so if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to my planning. There's much to do and no time to do favors. Tell me about the Sliths. Savages, barbarians, lethal. They control the lands to the west beyond Fort Draenland and are determined to kill us all. Much of the war against them is directed from within these walls. What sort of favors are asked of you? Since I am on the council, I at times have the ear of King Micah. Many ask me for a crown token so they can enter the castle and see the king themselves. Such tokens are rare, and owning one is a true privilege. Mention that you have work for me. He looks up from his work. The Nephilim and Nephirim have a fort to the north, on the far end of a lake. They've been giving us all sorts of grief. The biggest disaster happened about a week ago. They captured 10 of our soldiers. We don't think they're dead yet, but who knows how long it would be before the kiddies get hungry. I'll tell you something. If anyone could rescue the prisoners, we'd reward them well. You only want the prisoners rescued? That would be enough to please me. Nephirim are powerful warriors. I would not expect such a small force to fight such a number of them in their lair. Anything I should know about the Nephirim? They're strong, very strong. If you want to rescue my soldiers, you should find a way to sneak in and not confront the beasts directly. I rescue the prisoners. Deadeye Cloak. Tell the mayor how you freed the prisoners of the Neverim. Ah, yes, I'm glad you came to me. The prisoners returned here and are already back to the fight, back out fighting the good fight. They were eager to take the war to the kiddies. He leaves for a moment, then returns with a thick leather cloak and a pouch. Please accept this money and this cloak with our most sincere thanks. Without your help, these good soldiers would have surely died. How goes the war against the Nephirim? Well, they were very shaken after your successful raid on them, and of course we got our soldiers back. We're hoping to eliminate that fort to the north before too long. Do you have more work for me? No, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. The war must be planned. Excuse me. Let's see. Deadeye Cloak. +1 to the sniper skill. Yeah. Easy choice. I'm going to assume Elmar and Wine is going to be part of a quest and pass that over to you. Energy potions go to you. Energy elixir goes to you. Gold bar goes to the junk bag. It goes to the junk bag. Alright. So next time on Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit, I'm going to have to take a peek at our quest log and see what seems to be within our pay grade. We do still need to find that last crystal. Quartz crystal. At some point. We could go pay Atheron a visit. Is Atheron the one? No, Koth is the one for that quest. There's the Batcave Assassin. We're probably going to go to the Slith Zarakai settlement, actually, next time. See you guys then.